Next week on Emmerdale, Charity lashes out at Mackenzie while experiencing a night terror. Elsewhere, Jai's family feud spirals out of control, and Nicola and Jimmy receive another important update on Angelica's future. Here's a full collection of 12 big moments coming up. Charity finally confides in Mac over how she has been struggling since the shooting incident at Christmas. She agrees to get some help. Later, Charity visits Harry's final resting place and trashes his grave, hoping to reclaim her power after weeks of suffering. Once Charity is back home, she feels hopeful as she finally manages to get some sleep. Charity realizes that her ordeal isn't over, as she experiences nightmares of Harry and gets triggered by loud noises. As Charity's sleep deprivation and post-traumatic stress disorder take hold again, she also starts having visions of Harry. Mac continues worrying about Charity, while local Dr. Liam also senses something is wrong. As Charity's paranoia intensifies, she reaches for something to protect herself after being left home alone. Charity suffers from a night terror just as Mac returns to the house. She ends up gravely injuring Mac, believing that she's acting in self-defense. Suni invites Jai to his birthday party, promising that Amit won't be there. This proves to be a ploy, and Jai isn't pleased when Amit turns up, which had always been secretly planned. As tensions rise again, Amit tries to make amends by handing over copies of his will to his sons. The document confirms that Suni and Jai will receive his shares in the HOP after his death. The gesture goes some way towards pacifying Jai, who finally agrees to return to work. However, when Jai receives a mysterious text message, he clearly isn't pleased with what it says. Rona and Marlon ask Ethan for legal advice about baby Ivy's future. Ethan encourages them to tell Gus they plan to apply for parental rights over Ivy. Ethan also suggests that Rona should plead guilty to kidnapping Ivy, as this will increase her chances of a lenient sentence. Marlon and Patty are shocked to learn that Leo is being sent home from school after a fight. They blame Rona for this, suggesting that Leo is acting out because she has been preoccupied with Ivy. April also speaks her mind as she accuses Rona of abandoning the family and prioritizing Ivy when she recently ran away. Youth Justice Representative Rachel confirms that she'll be recommending a custodial sentence for Angelica. Nicola and Jimmy are heartbroken for their daughter, especially when they receive the date for Angelica's sentencing. Brenda and Nicola have a heart-to-heart over how the New Year crash has affected both of their families. Nicola is overwhelmed when Brenda offers to give a character reference in Angelica's favor. The Kings hope that this could help Angelica at the 11th hour, but they're disappointed when they later discover that Brenda has missed the submission deadline. This means that there's nothing more that anybody can do to support Angelica ahead of the sentencing. Bob finally agrees to give Jimmy a chance to explain his recent actions. Although Jimmy gives a touching speech and expresses regrets, Bob still refuses to forgive him. An isolated Jimmy confides in Will, aware that he once went through something similar with Dawn. Brenda laments Bob's attitude and tries to give him some tough love again. Bob takes his frustrations out on Kathy but immediately regrets losing his temper. Tom and Belle appear to be loved up as they return from their honeymoon. When Belle asserts herself, Tom puts his foot down and seems determined to be in control. Later, Mandy inspires Belle to give Tom a sexy surprise when he's at work. Tom reacts badly to this, leaving Belle humiliated. Caleb asks if Moira will help him reconcile with his family following the public revelation of his affair with Tracy. Ruby is jealous that Caleb seems more interested in the Dingles than her. Ruby plots her next move and approaches Kim with a tempting offer, suggesting they should join forces to make Caleb pay. Nate has kicked Tracy out after learning about her affair with Caleb. Tracy urges Nate to prioritize what's best for Frankie and let her return home. Tracy realizes there'll be no going back with Nate, as he informs her that he wants to begin divorce proceedings.